Now we start with 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. I just want to give a quick update. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, when the price was within this move, we mentioned the way it's moving is corrective. We can expect the price to give us one more drop. This is what we get. Now we want to see whether we can expect this correction for continuation or we should look for reversal. Okay, now first of all, we move to 15 minutes. Okay, based on 15 minutes, we can see we have been within the small correction and the price broke the previous top and reverse. This is what we're looking for. If this one start to drop similar to what I draw here, mostly we can expect for the reversal. Okay, but what we want if we get the correction, this is the one we can look for the down move. This is some typical or simple things we can say. That's mean what I want to say is that we want to see what we get from here. Okay, and even if we look, we move to 1 hour chart. All right, first of all, if we put this top in relative to this, if we move to the indicators, we can see we have a divergence. All right, as well here, it's something like internal divergence. Now, again, the question is whether we're getting the correction for one more drop or reversal. Okay, first of all, if we look at the chart, we mentioned that we can expect for the running flat, whether from here or when the price move higher. That means we can expect the price to drop. We should know about this possibility. Okay, that's why if we get any correction here, similar to what I draw here for sell, still we can get one more drop. But beside that, if you look at this, if this one turn to a correction similar to what we have here, because here we could have this expanding, exactly here we can look for the expanding. May still we can get the one more move to break the top, move a bit higher, then from there we get the down move for similar to what we have here. That's why we want to see what type of the correction we get here before we take the trade. Okay, and even if you move to forward chart, structurally we can see this move have broke the stop, and we expecting to get a bigger correction for continuation. And the best thing is if we get the running flat. Okay, that's why you mentioned whether here or higher, we expect to get the deeper correction if we want to look for trade. All right, now we want to see how we can trade it if we move to 1 hour chart. All depends on what we get here. If we get a correction, we can look for one more drop. This is what we're looking for. But if we get any sharp move with the flag, internally we can look for buy. But the only question is whether we can get any good buy setup here or not. Or we should wait for the breakout of the top or having entry above the top. All right, it depends. If we move to 15 minutes, we want to see what we have there. Right now we have nothing. That's why I mentioned is if this one start to drop similar to what I draw here, any reversal with the flag we can look for buy. But right now we need to see whether we can get a good trade setup or we should have entry above this top if we're looking at this one as expanding. But if this one tend to move as a really corrective, mostly we can expect for one more drop. Even the move as extra, there's a corrective, it still can break to this top, but we cannot get a good trade setup. Okay, similar to what we have here, just now as example. Almost similar. We have this down move, one, this is what we get, and this is what we had. And right now, maybe we can look for this expanding. The prices start to move, we get a small correction. This is where we could look for buy, but we didn't get a really sharp and flag. The only thing is we could trade any small correction here. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart. We want to see what we can get here and how we can look at this. And mostly we prefer if this one give us one more drop. If we get this, the next move can give us really good trade. If not, then we can see whether we can get any trade within this, or we can have entry above the top, or we wait for the breakout of the top. We see how we can trade it. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.